We want to appreciate you guys for coming through and checking us out. Brand new episode, season 2, episode 1. You know, we got a little video for y'all this time. You know, Menso Squadron has put a little money into, you know, what we're doing, and we have brought video to you. Your boy, Catch a Case, Chris. Got my boy Hector Resendez, 1,000 Hex.
I'm your boy Hex 1000. You might remember me from season 1. Season 2, man, we're back. And this is going to be our first episode with video. Like my boy Chris, Catch a Case, Cortinas, just let y'all know. I'm going to pass it on to my boy Art.
Hey, what's up? This Artemis Prime in the building. Man, we are recording off of an iPhone, and we're just trying to bring...
13.
And it's a 13 Pro, so the footage is great. But we're trying to, you know, keep our word and our promise and bringing video out this season. So this officially is our premiere, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in again. If you're new to the show, tune into the podcast and listen to our audio so you can kind of get to know us. But officially, this is kind of like we're starting all over again. So I'm Art. And, you know, everybody knows me as Artemis Prime in the streets. No, I'm just joking. But
my boy's known by a bunch of different names, man. One of the ones that his closest people are going to call him Temo. And, that's his longest running nickname for 30 plus years. Most
of the people that are listening and are going to probably be watching and they're directed to the show, it's me, Temo. Still the same guy. I just have a lot of costumes, but
yeah. There you go. We want to thank you guys for, you know, joining us. You know, like I said, this is season 2. We got our brother Jason again. If you guys didn't know, he was on our season 1, episode 1. And he had a lot of information, so we brought him back into the studio, you know, and it's been since July. It was July 30th we did that episode of last year.
It's only right that he kicks off this season as the first guest.
He was our first audio guest. He's going to be our first video guest. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Thank you guys for having me. Again,
Where you
my
been?
My name is Jason. Damn.
He caught a case.
How you been?
I've been great.
Who you been?
It's been great, man. 2022 has been rough, but a good year so far, and you know, hopefully we can continue it, you know, in the right step.
I think a lot of people are going to be asking what the number one question from the podcast is: are you still single?
I'm still single.
That's not good.
How's that journey
single,
going?
Enjoying life, you know. Be happy with myself, and like
that's
be happy
good,
with
right?
someone
You know,
else.
single dad. You know, for those who don't know, you know, he needs a babysitter. So
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Are you single and ready to mingle, or are you single with that tingle?
What do you mean by that shit? Let me ask you something, bro. Have you gone on like websites, like, you know? Today's age, they do it all by computer. There's no face to face anymore.
It's becoming more and more common to date online.
Yeah, but it's not something I like.
No.
It's good. Face to face is always good.
I think that's like the best type of.
So you don't pay for it?
No.
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 Oh shit.
Oh man.
Well,
No.
you know,
Have you ever paid
just
for
a
it? Is the
question.
real question.
Paying for it is not a bad thing in my opinion.
Oh, have you?
For the services of getting
I was talking about the software app.
and the membership
I was talking about
on
the
Christian Mingle
What are you talking about here?
or Farmers Only.
Why are
Well,
you
we're starting our own website, bro. It's called Menso Mingle. And you can
Mensos.
go
Hey, you're
on there,
really
just put
branching
your
out now,
resume,
huh?
your credit score first, because all of our listeners, they want to know credit score before they
before they date
Commit.
somebody?
It's gonna have a section for you to input your prior convictions,
Oh shit.
and and they're gonna categorize them
Vic,
by level
credit
of
score.
felony.
No good, man.
Man,
misdemeanor.
speaking of convictions, man, is that didn't you just catch a case? I know we were joking, but
I know we were joking. There's nothing I did not want to discuss.
We don't really want to bring
you
that up.
don't want to discuss your case.
I don't want to discuss my case.
That's quite all right, man. Hey, so back to your dating, man. Like you're not really focused on even like searching for it, right? Because you're focused on work.
No,
your
I'm just
children.
focused on myself right now and making
yourself.
sure my foundation's even stronger than it was.
I like that.
That way,
Yeah.
you know, when I go to this next relationship, you know, I don't have to worry about that stuff. I could just focus on the
Well,
relationship
that's a good thing, man.
and family then, you know?
Well, first
Yeah.
and
Great point of
foremost,
view.
that is that you know, family first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you start by dating them, you know, and if they're not good for your kid, bro, and they don't want to be around your kid,
Yeah.
afuera, homeboy.
Exactly, man.
Get out of here with that bullshit, because you know you want your person who you're going to get involved with to like your kid. You know,
Oh yeah,
eventually
my kid's
come to
number
love
one
him,
right now. You know,
Yeah.
making sure he has a good education, good support, you know, and all the things that we didn't all grow up
You
with.
may
you
have
know?
to change schools.
We always
man.
want best for our kids.
May have to change schools. What were we talking about earlier?
Oh,
That they want to
man.
cut his hair.
Oh yeah.
Like, nah.
Why are they
shit,
making
no.
him cut his hair? School? The school making him cut his hair?
No, they haven't announced it, but he can't put it up. Like when he's playing sports or anything like that, he has to have it down. But luckily, they haven't said nothing about the link because it's pretty long.
Man, in my opinion, bro, I think what you said a little while ago is very important, bro. You got to be happy with yourself, and your life needs to be in order, so where you'll be happy no matter what, even if you're with somebody in a relationship or not. You're always going to be content. You're not always searching and running around trying to find that happiness with somebody else or another partner. You know, you're like I'm focusing on myself, making sure I'm happy and everything. My life is in order, so that you can share that happiness with someone else instead of trying to find someone to fill in that void. So
Correct. You know, you
That's
got
what
to
I-
build a good foundation. That way, that relationship already has a foundation.
You gotta love
Right.
yourself before you can be
Oh,
loved.
you can't love yourself.
You can love
Have you-
yourself all
I mean,
night long, goddamn.
I loved
You know what I
myself
mean?
this morning.
I mean,
You can't have a love
Three
for
times- you
others,
can love
but
yourself
yeah,
three
for
times a
yourself,
day,
You know,
all right?
That's a good thing. Yeah.
but you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Taking good care of your physique,
Yeah.
your diet, your habits.
Yeah, you gotta
know,
take care of
your
yourself for
education, like how you treat what you put into your brain. That's
yeah.
loving yourself, bro. By making that hard decision between a fried meal versus something a lot healthier. You know, that's loving yourself. That's what I mean by that.
Buy yourself an air fryer, bro.
Love yourself and buy yourself an air fryer
There you go.
today at Target.
I already have an air fryer, by
No
the way,
problem.
but that's everybody's own. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has their own health and what they prioritize.
Well, you know, people from what they listened to on last season. You know what I'm saying? They got a gist of your whole life. You know, basically, we put you out there. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I mean?
no,
This is
yeah.
this is
And we were
Round
you
two.
started
hella
off
drunk.
that way too on this one.
And we were hella drunk on the first one. man.
yeah, and we're sober today. The only drunk one here is I'm not gonna say.
But you can tell.
This is an energy drink.
Sponsored by Coors Light.
Shit, that's a monster course.
But we do appreciate you, man, coming through, man. You're a great friend. You know what I mean. You came through the job site today. You know, on your day off of all things. You know what I mean. It shows that you
sure.
have that drive. You know, you jumped on that jackhammer like it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean. And we have video. We will post it up later on. But yeah, man, I couldn't thank you enough, man, for coming through and helping Noah, helping Daniel out. You know, and being their motivation. You know what I'm saying. So I mean, you motivate me, man. It's like, man, this dude came in on his day off.
Yeah.
You know.
Shout out to the guy who called him at the last minute in the morning at 7:45
I know,
in the morning
man.
and scheduled
I
him.
was awake too. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not going anywhere. I guess I'm going to do house stuff.
Damn.
Now when you can get on that jackhammer.
But you know, I always like to improve on myself. Knowing more things always improves yourself, right? Knowledge is power, right?
Yeah,
So constantly
absolutely.
learning and staying busy. You know,
Yeah.
it's not
And
good
that's
to
the
just
key.
be a couch potato.
That's the key.
Watch
to-
Netflix all day.
Yeah, well, you gotta can't stay busy watching Netflix.
No, you
Or
can't have a
watching
good health.
TikTok,
It depends on what kind of busy you're talking about.
Yeah,
'cause
there's different types of
Not
being busy. So
50 Shade of Grey busy, you know what I mean?
that's what
loving yourself, busy.
Yeah.
you
That's
never-
that's Netflix and chill. I think.
Netflix and chill. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you know, there's a difference between staying busy and staying productive. So, staying productive, you are actually maximizing your time and doing things. You can stay busy. You can stay busy cleaning the house. You can stay busy going shopping. You're busy, staying busy. But staying productive is you're actually like growing and accomplishing one thing onto the next one, starting something, finishing it, and then taking what you get from that experience. Whether it may be exercise,
Yeah.
education, work, whatever it is, if you're staying productive, then you're actually accomplishing something.
Well, yeah, I mean, staying busy to me is like even those things, doing house stuff like that. You can be improving on your
Yeah.
house and staying busy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a
staying
never
busy
easy.
is not like watching Netflix
No.
or binge watching series. That's not
Well, if
staying
you're up-
busy,
if
man.
you're doing washing dishes, you definitely productive.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And you didn't have to stay home the day you came out and helped me. You know what I mean? And I can't thank you enough, man. That's shit. I tell you, you saved the day, and we picked up a lot of heavy material today. You know, it was like she could have thrown his back out, but it was good though. You know, he went in there and showed the team that you can do it, which is awesome. You always be part of this team.
Yeah, he can definitely do it. And like we said on season 1, man, Jason has some experience remodeling and stuff like that, but he ended up getting into a different industry, and so we hoping he becomes part of the team in the near future. Definitely as a top candidate for the position. So we'll see. How's the case going? Didn't you pending? You had a case, right? Didn't you have a case? No, with child support. No, with child support, right? You got full custody of your kid now.
Oh yeah, so
Hell yeah.
I already took care of my litigations that I had with.
Yeah, it was open
Well,
last
That's a
time.
major feat, bro.
Yeah.
So
he
we
had-
settled up on an agreement, so it's not like one party won another. But I got everything that I wanted to get, so
Sweet.
I'm good about it.
Shit,
And the most important thing is the best decision or the best option for your kid, right?
Yeah, I think we as partners in it, I think we made the best decision for my son. And that's the most important thing.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
good.
What's your son's name again?
My boy is Junior, Jason Junior, man.
Jason
Awesome.
Jr.
Yeah.
Do you miss your baby mama?
I'm actually, in hindsight, I'm happier.
Yeah.
At first,
Less stress.
At first it did hurt, but now I feel happier. I wake up better. Overall,
Well, you've gotten into a routine, you know what I mean, without her.
oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? And that's the first thing that you have to do. You have to make yourself, like you were saying earlier, you have to have a stable foundation, you know what I'm saying, and stick to it. You stick to that foundation and you do it, you know what I'm saying, over and over and over again. Eventually, she'll just be a deep memory. There's
Oh,
a
exactly.
deep memory. It's somewhere where you have to reach into yourself and be like, oh, damn, that's my baby mama name.
there's still memories. They're good and bad memories, and it's just one chapter in my life. And it just makes me grow as a person from those experiences.
Yeah.
So that when I go into another relationship,
So do you
I'm
think
that more mature in the relationship.
the question of him asking, do you miss her, right? The answer is no. But do you still love her? Will you always have love for her to a certain extent? Type of
To
love.
a certain
that.
extent, like that she's the mother of my child,
Mm-hmm.
but not the love in the sense like
You're in love with her. Of
in
course, of
love with
course.
her
Yeah.
or like
You wouldn't jump in front of a car for her. That's
it's
the
that
real
kind of stuff.
question,
Yeah,
you know
I
what
wouldn't
I'm
do
saying?
that.
Would you
kind
still
of
do
stuff.
things for her well-being, knowing that your child would be devastated if you ever lost his mother, right? Like, would you, if she went broke or something, would you assist her, help her? If she had nowhere else to go, would you still step in?
That's
to
a
make
hard
sure that-
decision, man. That's a really hard decision because,
What do you think?
like,
right now,
in
like
those
today?
aspects, I consider that if she's having that type of issues, she should be reaching out to her significant other
Yeah.
or
Let's say she
her
doesn't have one.
parents. If she doesn't have anything, it really depends on the situation, man. I can't really foresee. Like right now, I can only go from right now.
From your-
Hypothetically speaking, would you ever
like
like
the
bring her
answer, I just answered it.
in? Would you ever bring her back into the house? Let's say she went flat
I wouldn't bring her
broke.
back into the house.
She hit
No,
flat bottom, right? Rock
No.
bottom.
no.
But your child was like, Dad, please.
Yeah. What
You
if
know,
Beagle
Junior-
said,
Like
Junior
I
was
don't
like,
know. Could those
Pops.
circumstances, like as a sense right now,
Mom's on the
I wouldn't know.
street, Dad.
the answer would be no.
Let's help her. She could live in the garage.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't bring her back into my home.
I wouldn't
All
either. Hey,
No.
props, bro.
No.
Props on that
All
one.
right.
because-
Well, would you still dick her down?
If she was coming at you drunk,
No, man.
And you
Like,
were
I would rather stay
drunk,
away from that.
and you had
That
been loving
pool.
yourself all day,
It's like I
You were
would stay
staying
away
busy
from that pool,
with
man.
Netflix,
Yeah.
and she showed
No,
up at the
Netflix
door.
and chill on that one. More like binge watching.
Man,
Why would
I'll
you-
joking
my-
aside.
My statement to that is why would you want to have something that you've already had? You know?
Exactly. I'm moving towards the future, not the
That's
past.
good.
Right. She's always going to be a part of my past. She's always going to be a part of my life
You're a
because of my
slow
son.
mover, bro. Try to hook you up with my daughter and shit. Just moving slow.
You are a
Hey,
slow mover.
hey, I got to develop that foundation, man.
There you
I'm not rushing anything.
No.
all right. So on that note, Chris is looking for a new
Son-in-law.
If your credit score is 800, Call me at 972.
That's not easy.
If you can pay half of the mortgage, he will take you in his house.
I'm on through. We're going to take care of you.
Meals provided.
I don't know about that. Man, if he got 800 credit scores, then he better be feeding me shit.
Yeah.
Feeding you some business, man.
Something. Yeah, all jokes aside, man, we appreciate you coming through, man. Menso Squadron has basically gone from nothing to this.
Oh yeah,
Nothing.
man. I see that y'all really stepped it up.
Nothing to nothing.
Nothing to a couple of mic covers.
Yeah.
Man.
Colorful mic covers. We added these. Now you can see we have mic covers.
We set up
We're fruity.
our iPads in here, you know. We got countdown.
Don't be showing them that.
Yeah, we're not sitting at the cubicles no more.
You be giving away all
For
the
real.
internal secrets.
I know. You done told
They could've
Jason
thought I was
5
doing-
times.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah,
for coming
Johnny,
through.
What's your case you wanna get? What's your case number again, Jason?
All right, Jason. So let's do this for our listeners, man.
Let's do it.
Anybody that is possibly listening to our show and going through
There may
something
be three of
similar
us.
that you went through,
3 people
right?
listening.
Through that breakup, and all the questions we just asked you, would you ever like help her out in a tough situation and stuff like that? If somebody's like in the middle of that, right before the breakup part, right before the true separation, the true division, what would you give as far as like your advice to the man in that situation?
To the man in that situation, it's
Yeah.
really hard to say, man.
I guess it
Each,
depends.
each,
Huh?
each case is a little bit different, you know. It all depends how the breakup happens,
Mhm.
you know, and the reasons behind it and all that.
Mhm.
So every situation is different. So I wouldn't know what to say
Okay, that's
without
true.
that.
Well, were there any red flags looking back that you're looking back, you're like, I should have paid attention to the flags and been proactive, done something sooner, or like,
Oh yeah, I think hindsight's 20/20, right? There's like, and then like love is blind at times, right? You see only the good thing in your significant other at times. So yeah, there's red flags, but you know,
you're gonna kick her ass.
How long were you married?
I wasn't married, man.
You weren't married?
How long were y'all
Just-
common law
just
married?
common law?
I was a common law
Well,
married.
you
Yeah,
lived
you
with
were,
someone for
boy.
6
I
months.
lived with
That's
you
common
for
law.
6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, you're common law
No.
married.
That's where y'all get confused, guys.
All
You
right,
know,
let
okay.
us-
Oh wait,
let
he
us
just
know.
went through it. So his
Yeah.
attorney taught him a
That's
bunch of new
right.
facts.
So
Let's hear it.
you know you, I know
Just in-
me.
Just in case. You know, I got a young son over there. I don't need him
Yeah.
commonly.
All
All right, so give us some
nobody.
knowledge, man. Spit out of something from
You know,
the
one thing
family
that,
divorce attorney.
you know, would make it more like that if you consider that person you're with and you call her your wife to your family and friends. That would make it more significant that you could be considered common
Being
law.
engaged, does that count?
No.
Did
So
give
if
her
you
a
always
ring?
refer to her as just by her first name, or
If I always
something,
refer to her that she's my fiance, what she was, it's not common law, man.
You gave
or
her,
she's my
you gave her a
girlfriend.
ring?
Or she's my girlfriend, you know.
well,
You did
he
give
just
her a
said
ring,
he
didn't
just
you?
said fiance.
Fiance, man.
So you gave her a ring, right?
Did you
An
get the
engagement
ring back?
An engagement ring.
I didn't get it back.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Where you want the
How
You
ring?
don't
much
want
did it
that back
cost you?
anyway, bro.
A couple
What
of
you
G's,
want
or
the
you got
ring?
it at the pawn shop? Tell the truth.
No, it cost me a couple G's.
See,
It's okay. I mean, he gave it to her. It's
Yeah,
hers.
you were in love.
It's gone.
No,
Yeah,
but
let
see,
it go.
that's
You can't
the
take
thing
that shit back.
A lot of people get confused. Like that's like a contract, right?
Hmm.
Engagement is like contract, and that ring
God
is a
damn.
contract, right? So let's say I cost a breakup. Like, hey, I say I want to break up. I really don't have no right to the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if she's the one saying, hey, I want to break up with you, technically the ring should come back because she's the one voiding that contract.
Dang, man.
That's deep, bro.
For
Man,
real.
you are smart in there. You got
I
a brain
pay
in there.
attention, man. I pay
Hey,
attention.
but didn't she blame you for the breakup?
Technically?
she blamed me, but she's the one that.
Well, I thought, where's it
She's
at?
the one that
But
faulted.
she
She's the one that
made-
She's
defaulted
the one
the
that decision the
contract.
breakup.
Right,
That
but it's
contract-
because
It doesn't
your
matter
fault.
who you blame. It's who
But it's your
initiates
fault.
the.
Was it your fault or not?
No,
Okay.
Did you cheat on her, cuz?
No.
Did she cheat on you?
like obviously, man. If,
Yeah.
if you're,
We established that in the
if-
first episode.
Yeah, if you're with someone else right afterwards, obviously something happened, right? You know, you don't just
It
hey,
could have been a mutual. Hey, we don't love each other no more. Let's go our separate ways. You know.
hey, that's what
She wants bigger
she made it
dicks
seem.
somewhere else. I don't know. You know.
That's the way it made it seem. But you know, I'm really over that topic, guys. So let's move on.
What's your biggest
Moving
regret?
on
What's your
already.
biggest regret?
Oh,
Talk about that.
This topic right here.
Coming on the show. Coming on the show is big.
Man, we've been on this topic for about 16
Yeah,
minutes
this is-
now,
We
man.
usually put people on
It's
the hot
juicy.
spot,
Look,
on the hot spot
The
about
reason
their
we the
relationship,
reason
you know.
man with the reason we are asking so many questions is because we had another guest on our show, man. I don't think you met him or you were here for it.
Ernie.
But our buddy, man, Ernie, man, he had a similar situation, and so like for us guys here who are also in relationships, man, like for us, it's like a situation that none of us would like to be in, right? It's not
Correct.
Like,
It's not a
ideal
situation you look forward to.
and so like we really truly empathize with you, bro, and that's not that we're trying to just like badger and try to get more out of it from it, but it's just like damn.
But you
man.
are, guys. You are bad. That's a difference. You are.
Welcome.
This topic is like almost 2 years old.
Welcome to the Menso Show. Welcome to the Menso Show.
To the show, bro. You already know how we.
Hey,
how we
man.
go.
Hey, I just gotta call you out for it. You
No,
know?
that's good.
Hey man,
Call us.
are you involved in church, man? Are you a religious person?
I'm religious, but I'm not involved in church, man. Because unfortunately, I work on Saturday, Sunday. You know,
What church would you go to?
I don't know, man, because I would like
You
to
non-denomination?
get myself reintroduced to church. You know, like find out where I want to be at.
Well,
you know,
in the Bible, bro, it says that you are the temple, so you carry the
I
church
think
everywhere you go.
isn't it if you pray with 12 people that you're considered in the house of God, right?
Congregation.
Yeah, a congregation of 12 or more, right?
Did you
Isn't
grow
that
up?
brujeria?
Oh, you mean the 12 people? You mean the 12 people when they draw that little
that
circle on the
Satan?
ground
Ain't
with
that-
a little
there you
star in the middle? That one?
That's the craft, bro. That's a movie we talking about. You're gonna start hovering and shit, man.
Hey, so what did you grow up in a religion?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
So it was partly Catholic and then Mormon for a long period of time.
Orale, we got another
Yeah,
Mormon.
we got
Yeah, we had-
two Mormons in
got
the
two.
house, people.
I'm just trying
Brown
to
We
hit the
are
topic.
diversified up in here.
But to my personal opinion of Mormon, it's not something that I'd like to go back to.
Oh, Hector looking at you
Hector's a
sideways.
Proud Mormon.
That's good, man. Everybody should be proud of what
Hector's
they
feeling
believe, right?
froggy.
But
No, I'm asking
I don't
because
believe
I know him from back in the day, so I already knew, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just
I don't
touch on
believe
it.
in forcing your religion or your beliefs onto someone else.
Right.
And they feel like, hey, that's something they want, by all means, jump on that train. But you got to let people make those choices.
Yeah.
You know, and I was young when I started going to that church.
They're just spreading the word of God, I'd say, in my opinion.
In a different version.
It's a different
Yeah.
version,
That's
right?
all that is.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have their version of their interpretation of what God expects from them, right? And
Yeah.
what they should follow. But
yeah. So nowadays, right? And this is I was leading up to something.
Here it comes.
But no, because right, like I wanted to know what background you had when it came towards like the way your upbringing was. So it was partial Catholicism, right? Christianity, Catholic Christian, and then partial Latter-day Saints, Mormon. And from both of those teachings, man, growing up, I don't know how extensive your teaching was, but like, do you think that you would ever want to marry in a church with someone down the future? Is that one of your goals
no,
in your mind?
it's not one of my goals in my mind, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. You know, it really depends on that significant other or where I'm at in my stage of life as far as going into church and being more involved in church. You know,
Would you want your son involved, something like that, or is it something that you would want him to learn on his own?
I would want him to learn that on his own. You know, I don't want to kind of
I agree, bro. Because
force
it's-
him into something. I want him
Yeah.
to explore that option,
give him
right?
the chance to educate himself. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And
You know,
get a
like
little
every
older.
parent, of course, you want them to follow your lead, right? But you know, at the end of the day, we're all individuals, including your kids, right? And they all have their own thought process. So I would like to give him that opportunity.
How old's your son now?
9.
9.
Yeah.
Has he been to any church? Has he been exposed to?
He's
any
been to
religion?
his Baptist church with his grandparents.
So he got baptized Baptist.
No, he didn't get baptized. He hasn't been baptized, but he's been to church.
Does he play sports?
Not on a team or anything, but he does like sports. He likes baseball and stuff.
Oh, it's good.
Baseball's tight.
That's good, man. Baseball is actually a pretty good sport. You know, I mean, it's not a real contact sport. You know what I'm saying? To where you could get injured or stuff like football or soccer or something like that.
Well, you
I
can
would-
get
I would
injured with
recommend
any sport.
baseball.
That boy,
Oh,
we
yeah.
played softball one time. and
Hey,
Still injured from that shit.
That boy Hector got injured from running.
God.
He was running.
Oh, that's a podcast show all in itself.
I lost,
right there.
man. So I had my sciatic nerve
That has to do
Pulled
with health right
or
there.
something
Yeah,
happened.
that means you need to start exercising more, cousin.
Man, bro, I never got it back. I never got it back.
Man, we got asked to play for a team. Right? I went and bought a expensive bat, because I'm like, fuck yeah, I've always wanted to do this.
Well, all right, man.
I bought me.
He goes all out or he goes home.
Yeah, like, dude, like, if you tell me to do something, even if my kids say, hey, I want to learn how to do this, bro, I won't get no sleep. I'll buy everything, because that's the kind of person I am. You know, I'll dive in, you know what I'm saying, balls deep. So I get this expensive bat because I've always wanted one. And I'm like, now I got a reason, you know what I'm saying? I get some cleats and shit. We play one game.
Hey,
No, the
man.
other one
Bro,
was another
Why
bat.
one game
Bro,
though?
check it out.
That's
He
all they
gets-
invited
Hector got
us.
hurt.
He gets
Hector got hurt. I struck out.
Y'all suck. Don't come back.
We only.
We're never going to the majors, so
And so
fuck
this
it.
is weird though. This is weird because I've never played softball before,
Yeah,
and
softball
we didn't
rules are
have
way
all the
different.
players. So because we didn't have enough players, that's the reason why we got asked to come on as guest players. There was like rules, right? So they're like, well, you don't have guest players, so you only get to pitch you get one strike automatic, and you have 2 strikes to go. Instead of 3 strikes, we could only get 2 strikes. And then I forgot what
As
it was.
the guest, you can only get 2 strikes.
Well, because we were
Everybody
penalized.
on our team.
We were penalized.
the whole team.
Our team was
penalized.
penalized because we didn't have enough players. And so I swung twice and I was out. And I'm like,
Game
where's my
over.
third one? They're like, you're out. I'm like,
That's it.
fuck. And the game was over. Like, dude, this other team was hitting home runs left and right.
Damn.
I connected though. Okay,
He did connect.
I connected twice.
Hector did
I got on
hit.
base.
Yeah.
So I get on base, right? I'm on first base. I watch baseball. Everybody watches baseball.
You're supposed to get ready.
I start to lead off, bro. I'm waiting for my other player to swing, right? And they're like, you're out. Game over.
Yeah.
The game ended on me
Yeah.
leading off the base.
Yeah. So
Because
I
you
guess
can't do
you
that.
can't do that in softball.
And so we never got invited.
I only got
back to another
I only-
game.
I only got to bat
Mesquite
one
where?
time. That's it. One time. I was like one of the last people to bat. I did have some skills. They put me on third base. So if you're on third base,
Oh yeah, you did.
yeah,
You did hold
I
down.
had,
third
had
base.
some skills.
I
catch
think that
out
would
there.
be awesome, man, to do that.
We should do a
Do a
Menso
team like
softball
that?
team, bro.
Let's do it.
Let's do a
Let's do
Menso
it.
softball
down.
team. If anybody wants to join our softball
PJ
team,
Gomez.
yeah,
you're
PJ
on.
Gomez is the first one that we need to. This motherfucker can play anything. ain't
Hey,
he?
no, he
That
can really,
boy's-
really play though.
Yeah, he played baseball and softball. He played football and back in school too. But that boy.
We need
right
a
there.
ringer, bro.
That's
We need
him.
a ringer.
That's
That's
him.
him.
Yeah, that
Shit,
motherfucker right
we
there.
need
And so, look, I got invited and I was like, man, well, shit.
The
I got
rest of us ain't
I got
worth
the
a
perfect number
shit.
2, right? This dude shows up, expensive ass baseball backpack,
Fuck yeah.
2 bats sticking out, right? He's
With
got
the shoes in the back.
Yeah, baseball
he's
ninja.
He's got the badass pants, the badass shirt, the glasses. He looks straight out the pros, bro.
What up,
You know,
Rangers?
big tall dudes fit, and they're all like, "Yeah, all right, let's go." Swing.
You're out.
Nah,
Swing,
man.
strike, you're out.
And so this,
yeah,
and this is the thing though. And so so it's softball, right? Softball. I never played it. I played baseball, played in the streets and shit, right? But softball, they were trying to strike me out on purpose, bro. They were throwing the balls way up in the air. There was no way I can hit that with a good, you got to kind of swing up to try to hit it, bro. And so they were doing it intentionally, like they wanted to walk me is what they were trying to do. And me, like a dumbass, was swinging at them fucking throws like an idiot because I was nervous. I was like, everybody watching. I got this
That boy-
expensive.
I gotta hit that home run. I gotta hit
You
it.
look good
Yeah,
though.
fuck, I was
See.
looking flying in the bitch.
I usually
Yeah.
just bumped it.
Hey, you walk right off that field, fly to the
Fuck
motherfucker.
yeah.
Shout out to Joel Casanova, man, for
happened?
inviting us, man. We just lost video, by the
We
way.
just lost video.
We
The
may have
audio may
lost
still be
video.
recording.
We
Yeah,
have
audio's
we
still
have an
recording in the back.
intern learning.
Boom,
Oh, shit.
boom, there he is.
And we lost the guest.
Guess gone. Shit.
You're out,
Quick intermission.
man. These
Quick
softball rules are everywhere.
Let's
Hey,
start. Let's do that. Let's start
do
it.
that. That's gonna keep us active. It's gonna keep us busy.
I'm down.
Damn, we're gonna have fools now. We got podcasting to do. We got work.
Hey,
we got
but that's like
softball.
you can
Softball.
have guests because you can develop a network
Hey.
with
We
other
do
people.
podcasts at the baseball field.
There
Hey,
you go.
so That's
We
a
can
great
use
idea.
Daniel's
Yeah.
van and shit.
Hell yeah. Get the van, bro.
Fucking Menso Mobile.
Excuse me, por favor.
All right, so stay tuned for that, guys. We're gonna go. It's been decided. Boom.
Boom, it's done.
The committee has spoken. We're gonna go ahead and start a heart or a Menso.
Menso, bro.
A
Menso.
Menso. A Menso.
Menso
I don't know,
softball
but
club.
Heart-
Menso softball.
Menso, sponsored by Heart.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Hey,
There you go.
for those that are watching, we got this brand new sign, Hard General Contractors. Man, that sign is super fly. I must say.
So, for all the new listeners and recurring listeners, y'all know that we are general contractors by trade. That's what pays the bills. That's what's paying for this podcast and everything else that doesn't pay for itself. But I just learned today that this is a tax deduction. So,
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it more often.
but yeah, so we're general contractors. If you guys have any work, if you guys have any real estate, if you guys want anything in that, anything for us, let's network. Let's make some money together. There's different ways. Even if you're not in the industry and you want to make some referral money, you got that options open. If you got a job you want to partner up with and do a split or whatever commission, that option's open. So we're willing to work with anybody.
Our doors are open. Just if you're just thirsty for some knowledge, man, you just have the inclination to get into the real estate, any aspect of real estate, any part of it.
Buy,
There's so
sell,
many.
flip.
There's
build,
lots
build,
of avenues.
New
in real
construction,
estate.
old construction.
That's right.
Yeah. So
And we're going to have shows and we're going to talk about that as well. Like I said, we're Mensos. That's the name of our show because all of us have a little Menso in us. And for everybody who don't know what Menso is, because last week somebody thought the name of the show was Mental,
Mental.
which is kind of the same thing, you know, if you think
Mental
about it.
you
Menso.
hit it either way.
Yeah. So, but Menso means dummy.
Funny.
Funny. What are other words for it?
Silly.
Silly.
You know,
Stupid.
It,
retarded.
The literal translation from English to Spanish, from Spanish to English is dumb.
Dumb.
But
Go dumb.
because we go
Dumb.
dummy.
Dumb dumb.
But nah, man. We always
Dumber and Dumber was taken.
Hell yeah. Plus there was another dumbest. Dumber, dummy,
dumbest. That'll
be
work.
3 stars.
I'll take the dumbest. I don't care. I don't mind.
Damn, we should have named it that. That was pretty good.
So yeah, man. So you're gonna join the softball team with us, bro? Right?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Hey, but just remember, if you get a bruise, bro, don't go get an
Hey,
MRI.
You can't get an MRI. Hey, let me apologize on record. I
There we
almost
go
killed
again.
Jason a couple of weeks ago on the job site, but he's okay, after the MRI and CAT scan and,
Everything. Gotta make sure your health, man. We
it
talk
turned out
about
to be-
health,
he
right?
was talking about a heart murmur, pero
So keep your body right.
My boy Jason went to the doctor. He got diagnosed with sissified Tweety Bird.
And Tweety's all right.
Oh,
That,
man.
a sissy, he's definitely not, man. Old boy showed
Jokes,
up today
jokes,
and showed
jokes,
out.
yeah,
Showed up,
jokes.
show out. That's what
That's
we do.
good.
That's the mentality. That's the
Way to go, Jason.
attitude that we want to have. We want to we want that vibe to show. On film, on audio. That we definitely want to be motivated. We motivate other cats.
There you go,
Hopefully
man.
we motivate you, Jason.
Not to be a dummy.
There you go.
Or accept it,
Yeah.
motivate you to accept it.
Hey Jason, from the last time you were here to today's session, man, is there anything that you had like that you went home with on your mind that you were like, man, you know what, I want to talk about this on the next time? But did anything cross your mind?
Not anything. We covered a lot last time because we were talking about COVID and then we were talking about
We did.
the stimulus and all the stuff that was going on at the time.
Man,
And I think we progressed pretty far. I think, where we're at right now. As
About
a
to go to
society.
war, baby.
yeah, now last time you were on the show, COVID was
Yeah,
it,
now
right?
it's
Now
that
it's the
potential war issue. And
Shit.
For
Ukraine.
those listeners out in Ukraine that are listening to the Menso Squadron,
Yeah,
Do they
being
know-
translated.
Do they know English out there?
I'm pretty sure
you can
do.
call us at 469-844-7775.
Leave them
Right.
Send in your
because we're not gonna
questions.
answer your shit.
We don't answer. We'll text you back later.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. This
What's your
freaking war.
thoughts on that, bro?
The war?
Well, I
Um,
try to stay updated with the news because I try to look at the things that affect me, right? And what's going on in Europe directly affects all of us, right? We all see the gas prices going up. We all see consumer goods going up. We all see what the new wages going up, but that directly affects like your consumer goods, right? If someone's getting paid $10 an hour to make that phone, and now they're getting $15 an hour, that phone's going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
So kind of, to me, it's like a wash. You know, I don't think we're gaining anything as
and you're exactly
citizens.
right. When war comes along, inflation comes. You know what I mean? It's like you said. A gallon of milk 3-4 weeks ago was $1. $2, $3 or whatever. Now it's $5.
It's a domino effect. With
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's just making it really hard for like the working class, because along with trying to slow down inflation, you have high interest rates.
Well, what do you think
So
is the biggest
like
issue?
everything is going to be harder to get.
Interest rates are going
It is.
up.
Yeah. Like getting a home is going to be that much more
Do
difficult.
you know what's crazy? Like 20 years ago, interest rate was like 18% and shit, 14%.
Yeah, because of the inflation, they were trying to reduce it. It helps. Like if you look it up, I didn't know that. I was speaking to someone. They were telling me that, interest rates are going up to help reduce the inflation, and I was like, what? That doesn't make sense.
None.
So I looked it up, and they were saying it helps slow down the inflation.
How?
I guess less people buying.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
more less delinquent.
But the
accounts,
inflation,
right?
inflation's
It's
coming
harder.
from California and New York. These people are buying cash that we can't compete with. It's just like a cash offer, especially over asking price. If it's cash, you can't compete with that. No bank is going to offer you over asking price. You, the consumer, the buyer, is going to have to come out of pocket. So I think that's what caused a lot of this inflation in the housing, specifically in Texas, because everybody's moving here. And then all the other stuff is COVID, now the war that affected,
Well, yeah, I think
oil.
what COVID created was all these stimulus packages, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have this much money circulating, which lowers the value of that dollar for you.
It
what you
created
could buy.
that imaginary printer that people
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
buying.
Yeah, so what that dollar could have bought 10 years ago is way different than what it buys
Totally
now.
different.
Yeah, but that's always been the case. Like a dollar from 50 years ago, things used to be able to go by. Back then, a dime used to be a dime.
Yeah, right.
Dime
Tell
bag
'em,
used to
Willie.
cost a
Tell 'em,
dime.
Willie.
You know what condoms used to cost?
Don't know. Didn't use them. Still don't use them hoes. Fuck it.
What's a condom?
Everybody knows that line. Come on, I'm not just.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm not just a Menso.
That we all are from birth. You know what I mean? Shit.
Our parents told us we were. So.
Many a time. Shit. Pinche
It
menso no
sounds
le-
like you're pretty in tune with what's happening, right? A lot of people.
I try to keep up, right? I try to look up on YouTube and do my own research. I don't really watch CNN and those stations because they kind of like
They can be misleading, bro.
yeah, I see a lot of misinformation because there's even stuff like if you watch some of these videos, right? You even see videos from like prior like wars and that had nothing to do with what's going on right now, but they portrayed it like it was part of what's going on right now.
It's like a big contradiction.
But that's what our society is right now with all this technology. There's so much misinformation,
Yeah,
So you had to like decipher what's real and what isn't for yourself.
I saw a video about these lobbyists that pay all this money to these networks, right? But so when they lobby all this money towards these networks, what do you think they get in return?
They get pulled.
They
Right.
get some kind of clout.
A reach around.
I don't know about all that, but they get
It's a long
something.
list.
It goes hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Exactly.
Oh man, but they
It's
could
a
get
metaphor.
they get manipulation, right? In their own towards their own agenda.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think, man. But
No,
we were talking
absolutely, I
about this
agree.
with
No,
Liddell.
there's a lot of that. You can see it with what these like media companies are able to do. Like Facebook and Twitter. How they
Oh,
silence
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And
I
they're
saw-
not considered journalism, but they have like articles, like journalism articles.
I mean,
on their
there are
webpages.
there's like chingos there different types of journalism. You know what I mean? There's many forms of journalism. Book writers, magazine writers, tabloids,
That's
National
true.
Enquirer.
that sort of thing.
Blogs.
Blogs,
Yeah, I mean,
bloggers.
it's all a form of
Podcasts.
journalism, right?
Us.
Podcast. Yeah. Fuck, it's
Please don't
talking
fact
about
check us.
Please don't. But we just
No, I
invented
saw
up
an
in there.
interesting post the other day. It was a post that somebody put on Twitter, and I don't have Twitter, but they posted on one of the old social media sites. But they said interesting that they were able to block Trump, and ban Trump from all these social media sites, but they haven't banned Putin from any of the stuff he's been doing. Any of his social media sites, they're still up and running. And I was like, man, that's pretty interesting.
I think it's
Especially like a double standard.
I
in
think
that.
I think it has to do more with like Putin's not really doing like people are sharing his stuff that he's putting out over there. So like silencing Putin be like silencing anybody that shares his info. So that means that anything that has his face on it would have to be banned right away. That's what would have to happen.
But
Does
they
he
but they
tweet?
didn't deactivate. Yeah, he got Twitter and stuff.
But
So
does
they
he
didn't
tweet,
deactivate
though?
none of his social media. Supposedly, yeah, they does. So he tweeted that he was going to war. He was invading. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm
I
saying?
heard a vicious rumor that they didn't even have no internet there in Ukraine or none of that.
Well,
Ukraine's
because of the
down.
bombing. But Tesla
Yeah,
went in there.
Elon took.
Starlink.
Yeah,
Starlink,
they
yeah.
put that satellite up. You know what I mean? And bam, helped
I
them
never
out.
even knew he had that. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah,
fuck is
Starlink.
Starlink?
Starlink.
So Starlink's gonna be
Like
Starlink's
satellite internet.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
and that's supposed to be like his network for his cell phones that he's gonna put out. So he's putting out these cell phones that like self-charge. They also mine crypto.
But didn't he
Tesla's
have like
crazy.
a satellite that
Tesla's
went
stock.
like crashed into something or almost hit the?
Ain't that right, Roy?
The
The
space
PlayStation.
station. Yeah.
Give a shout out to Brother Roy. Our
Hey,
production team is
that's
fucking
right.
working their ass off today, bro.
So you guys
Working their ass off.
As you guys know, we have a extended our film crew, right? Because we needed to bring a film crew for all this, and Roy actually came onto the Menso squad as well during the podcast stage, and now he's spearheading all the video and stuff. We want to do a shout out to Roy real quick. Roy, what's up, man?
Martinez, 007.
Just dip into the screen real quick so that people can see you.
Our boy
we-
Roy is also currently coaching one of our other love peoples, man. We have family in the studio, man.
That's
and,
right.
our-
We're family-based
our very
business.
own Chris Catch a Case Cortinas' seed is in the building, man.
That's
Mr.
right. What's
Noah,
up? What's up, Noah?
catch a juvenile delinquent Cortinas.
Hey, that's a hell of a title. Don't put it on paper though,
Or,
Damn.
I got your last name wrong, right?
Dip in here, Roy.
bro. These two
Roy's-
cats, these two cats behind the scenes, they went and worked their ass off today too. You know what I mean? Put in a good 8 hours of hard work and still came to produce the show. That just shows the type of mentality and the type of dedication that we want on board our ship.
That's right.
And we can go real far with these cats. I
Amen
give
to
them
that,
much
man. We
props.
really do appreciate them very much, man.
Yeah.
Thank you both. Cheers.
Cheers. And right now, like this obviously doesn't pay. We ain't making a dime off of this shit,
And
right?
they ain't
So-
making. We ain't paying
It's
them
costing more dimes than it's making.
That's right. And but we all believe in this vision, and we're hoping to actually bring something
Have subscribers.
useful. Yeah, bring something useful to you guys.
We wanna
Something
have-
that you can share. Something that's different. A different view, a different side. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you guys can relate.
Well, something that entertains your audience, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. If at the very least, man, we'd like for people to take maybe a story home with them that they can possibly relate to, or just a
Yeah.
piece of information that they can go and fact check. And if it turns out true, then they're like, oh man, I learned this on the Menso show,
Yeah.
Or like these guys got it completely wrong.
or something they can laugh at. Yeah, look at these guys.
Well, it's
They are
all
Mensos.
it's all for entertainment, and then that's why we started this, so that way we could make some sort of entertainment, plus plug our business, and maybe get connected
Grow
with
from
other
there.
associates, and businesses.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Video production to me is valuable, man. Like learning
Man,
how to do
seeing
this
is believing.
is just like, to me, it's very valuable. It's a strong asset that you can have in your portfolio, and that really pays well, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially nowadays where video and audio is so
And
important.
vlogs are popular.
Yeah, it's just like not everybody can do this, man. So for us to take the initiative to even learn this, man, I think is a win. So for sure.
Yeah,
I
kudos,
guess.
man.
Yeah,
Long way from the audio days.
I did want to show Roy, not just because introducing him, but I did want to get people's opinion and let us know if he looks like the Tinder swindler.
Oh, see.
Because
Roy,
there may
get in
be
That's
here.
our
Don't be
own
shy,
Tinder
my bro.
swindler in the
there
house.
may be a reward out
Come
there.
on,
So
you can bring your beer.
FBI looking for him.
but he's busy behind the screen, man. But we'll get him on here one day. We're gonna
Yep.
make it about him.
If anybody listens to our show and like they actually follow our podcast, man, he was on the show last season.
Yeah.
We had a audio recording with him, and where he's gonna come back this season because our interview with him was just a little too short. We had a lot of interruptions that day.
Well, welcome to the squad.
Shit, we got members lining up to be part of this show, man. It's in our first season, it kind of
It's
went
flattering, man. Definitely flattering.
Yeah.
It went a little crazy. You know, we had a few guests that we may not have back on, and there are guests that we most definitely would like to come back. You know, Vic buys houses and Mario Zarate, or is it Zarate Karate? ¿Cómo se llama el vato?
Yeah, my boy
Zarate.
Mario
Zarate.
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 Yeah, this is y'all's formal invitation to come back to the show, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
If you ain't reached out yet, definitely reach out because the calendar is filling up very quickly.
Yeah,
We got like 2 guests.
You gotta get in before you have to pay.
It's a short month. Oh no, it's not. That was last month.
We're at the end of the month.
So Jason, man, back to your interview, bro. You didn't want to touch on the specific topic anymore. You didn't want to talk about the other topic.
You don't want to be touched.
No.
So what can we talk
in the
about?
Nalgas.
You're cool to talk about war.
I'm cool to talk about anything else other than like stuff that.
All right.
What are you gonna look for in a woman, bro?
I was
like
gonna
if
ask
there's
that
a
fucking question.
All right, you gotta go for it. My bad. You know we be
Go ahead,
in
go
sync.
ahead, go ahead.
You got you. Go.
Of course, like the number one thing you look at is first, like if you have an attraction to that person, right? But
So looks.
Looks.
Is
Like,
looks
look.
All right,
important to you?
so you're shallow.
Yeah, you
I
shallow
guess
as
I am
fuck.
shallow because I
You
look
like-
at the looks first, right?
All right, so what's your
Otherwise,
type?
you won't approach the person, right? If you don't think that person is attractive, how are you going to approach them? Why
It
would you approach them?
depends
You
if
don't
you
believe
really,
in beauty on the inside, man?
It depends on
Yeah,
whether
but
you
you
have
gotta
low
get to know the
self-esteem
person,
or
right?
not. You know, if
And what
you're
would make
esteem,
you like trying to interact with that person other than what's like,
Energy.
like if it wasn't work related?
That tingle
or
that I was
just
talking
the
about earlier.
that tingle.
you
You
feel
know,
it.
you
When
know.
your feet fall asleep
you'll
and you
feel
get that
So
antsy.
at first, you have to have that attraction to me, and then like you get to know the person, and personality goes a long way. You know,
Can we ask you
Well-
what your type is?
like what do you mean?
Like, what's your type?
Piece of scissors.
That's what they both just asked. Like, what do you look for in a woman? First, you
Fat,
said looks.
skinny,
Look,
black,
then-
white,
so
yellow.
then, well, yeah, what's your type? Do you have a specific type or
No,
no?
no, I don't have a specific type. I mean, as long as I think they're physically appealing to me,
Why do we
right?
keep going back to his relationship?
Short. I know, they-
tall, skinny,
Short
flat.
guys.
Even ones with the big old nalgas.
With the nalgas lleno de cacas or whatever you want to do. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I think I just have to have that attraction to
Let
that
me ask
person.
you this, Jason. I mean, we've gone off topic, and we always, you know,
You
we're
always
funny,
go
you know,
off
and
topic.
It's where do you see yourself in? You know, we probably asked you that on the last show, but where do you see yourself? You know, in the next 5 years, and that's what I always tell. You know, what I'm saying no, it's like man, you need to make a short term goal. You know, your
So in the
goals.
next 5 years, I see myself buying me another house, and
Who's gonna be a realtor?
Hmm?
Who's gonna be a realtor?
I gotta find one, man. I'm still looking.
Asshole. Told you you're not.
Hey, I can suggest a good real estate company off of 80 and Beltline.
No, hombre, güey, tú también. Estás chingando. Just call Hart. Just call Hart, okay? Hart will take care of you.
Art will definitely take
You're
care
an
of you.
idiot, bro.
That was Trevino, right? Real estate.
Hey, I didn't say
Bro,
no names.
why you
I'm
plugging
also-
people in?
I'm
Mic off.
supposed to plug.
Hey,
Mic
Roy,
off.
you cut that last
Hey,
20 seconds out.
they're supposed to pay for sponsorship, fucker. No wonder we ain't making no money.
Both of y'all, cray.
No, but yeah, let's see, buy myself a new house, and right now at work, I'm working on learning more of like the industry distribution,
And-
right?
and that
So I'm
was my
taking
next
some
question.
courses here, hopefully within the month. Which one is like a Lean course, 5S, and Gimba, which kind of goes into, management and
I was gonna ask, are these higher
communicating with your team, right? Because it's a different age now. You know, everybody's not a top-down management style anymore. So you got to be more involved with associates. But I see myself being a operations manager here soon. So with that comes,
So you want to stay with the company for a while?
Well, I want to keep moving
Retire.
up.
Are you gonna die there or something?
Dude, I want to keep moving up all the way till furthest I get to.
I commend you on that because there are a lot of young men out there that want to jump from different trade to different trade. They want to, hey, I'm going to go do 2-3 years of this. I'm going to grab my associates in this, my masters in this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll jump into opportunity, right, when you see the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
But, where I'm at, I got to take advantage of where I'm at right now.
Well, if they're offering you more advancement, you know what I mean, and to level up for management, why not?
Yeah, well, I'm already in management. I just another level to it,
So you don't see yourself working for Hart in 5 years?
That was what we really wanted to know. We were thinking you're going to say,
like,
I'm going to work with Hart. We're going to make some business.
I'm all for that. Like, I've talked to Art several times, right? We just got to meet somewhere, right? Because I already have a lifestyle.
I told you, $20,000 a year before you hired.
And I don't want to sacrifice my lifestyle
that's a
just
step
for
down from his 60, 70.
Let me tell you like this,
for that plan right now, because it's not just my lifestyle I'm affecting.
Correct.
I'm affecting my son's lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, like earlier, right? You gotta have that foundation, right? I don't want to work backwards and crack that foundation and rebuild it.
I'm going to tell you something that we heard here. We've heard this a couple of times here, bro, at this table. We had a guest. I won't say his name, but he basically was telling us his story about how he was climbing up the ranks of a company, right? But the higher he got, the less time that he actually had. He would have to sacrifice more of his time to climb that status ladder, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, he got compensated with more money, but with more money came less personal time to actually grow himself. So then he took a big-ass pay cut, and he had to adapt to that lifestyle because it did change. But it allowed him the time to be able to develop himself, work on himself, make the connections that he had been putting off because he didn't have the time. And then, boom, it catapulted him to get right back to where he was before, plus some. And now his opportunities are, like, up to him because now he's got the time to do what he needs to do with the time that he has. And then at the same time, he's got his lifestyle back. So it's like giving up that safety blanket. You do take a risk. It's a huge risk, right? Because you do face that possibility where you may not even get back to where you were, and then to try to get back to where you were, might be a much more difficult climb. But at least, that dude, like, the moral of what I'm saying is that it's there, and Hart has it for you, bro. Like, for you, for them, for everyone around us, bro. Like, the opportunities are here and they're growing and they're developing, and you can see it unfolding right in front of your eyes, bro.
No, I see it, guys. But like I said, I don't really want to change my lifestyle too much. I'm okay with taking a hit, like I talked to Art about. But it's at a certain point, right, that I'm going to take that hit. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not going to make that leap because it's going to impact my lifestyle way too much.
I feel you. Well, your family, bro, so the door is always open, man. Just always remember that.
No, I appreciate it, guys, man.
You're always welcome back, you know what I mean? And come on back, bring some beer and tacos.
Man, we get into the right, number, right?
Hey,
or else a possibility.
Over, bro. Interview's over.
Yeah, cut his mic off.
Negotiations has been canceled.
We usually take these segments, man, about an hour. I think we're a little under 10 minutes left in the segment, you know what I mean? So I just want to give everybody the heads up. And, this is a brand spanking new to us.
So before the segment's over, let's make that commitment on video.
That's why I said it's over.
Shut the mic off, Noah.
Put that extra zero right there.
But it's cool, man. So hopefully, season 1. Hopefully, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about the show? Season 2, but season 1 with the video, obviously, right? But what do you guys think? Do you think people are gonna want to listen to us?
I would.
I think
think
we
that
still
they
need to
would if
develop
we
a
had better
structure.
content. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and once
it-
once we get more structured, you know what I mean.
Right.
And
I think the content was great, bro. You know,
me
like,
too.
He
I
didn't
mean-
want to talk about juicy stuff, but it's fine.
Yeah, see,
and we're gonna have
that's
people
the
that
thing
don't.
that we should have discussed prior to this, right? It's like, hey, what's off topic and what's
Hey,
not
you-
topic.
That's
right?
all part of the
Yeah.
itinerary.
Hey, you know
itinerary.
that piece of paper?
Our dog ate the itinerary.
Princess, you're in timeout for eating the itinerary.
Honestly, man, to answer Art's question, man, I'm not gonna think that way. I don't want to think in that direction. I don't want to think, are people liking it? Are people gonna listen? Let's just be us. Let's just put ourselves out there. Let's put our friends out there. We have a great network of friends. We know a lot of great people with a lot of good stories. Let's just do it. Put it out there. We're gonna hear the feedback eventually.
I'm
Some will love it.
self-conscious.
Some will hate it. Yeah,
Just
I hear
being
you on that,
honest.
man, but
What did Kanye say?
I'm
Hey,
so
I did
self-conscious.
I'm so self-conscious.
That's why you always see me with at least one of my watches.
No, but that's a good outlook,
No
man.
tango.
That's a good outlook, man. Just say it out there and see where the chips fall, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You never know who you gain into your audience, you know?
And
No, I
compare
agree.
it to like a social media TikTok page, right? People go out there and they just they do something and they replicate it 100 times, and every time they're doing a little bit better, and then they get more and more followers, and eventually they become a thing. So let's just keep.
We're a thing. We're a thing.
As long as we're genuine and we're ourselves, bro. I think people are going to want to listen to us. You know
Yeah,
what I
man.
mean? Because there's millions and millions of construction workers out there. There's millions and millions of Mensos out there in the world. You
And
know,
we're both.
And we're just three Mensos doing an interview. You know what I mean? And it can only get better from here.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Well,
Inspiration, man.
I'm glad you guys dig it. I dig it too. I think it's fire, man. So
Just like that hat, man.
fire.
I did.
Hey yo, I'm Rocky.
Well, did you want to leave the viewers and listeners with anything else before we go ahead and conclude this segment?
No, guys, I had a great time. Can't wait to come back and do this all over again. A little bit more structured, but yeah.
All right, so hopefully a girl be watching, a girl be single. All right, so he doesn't have a type, he doesn't have a preference. And if you got a heartbeat,
That's it, man.
So
As long as it's warm.
if it's warm,
Oh, man, it can be
at
cold. Fuck it.
but if you're not his type, he's not gonna approach you
if you're not his type, he's gonna curb you.
hard.
He's the
He's gonna ghost you. Casper.
He's-
that is.
he's not the make the first move type
Either,
of guy,
yeah.
you know.
So
So
if a
you
girl
may
come
have
up
to
to
brush
you-
up upon him, you know.
Okay.
I think, like, I have no problem talking, you know? Like, someone comes up to me, I can conversate.
All
Do
right,
it
let's-
face to face.
let's
not
do a
on
challenge.
image.
Like, it just depends, like, how you feel at that moment, right?
Yeah,
Because sometimes you're in that moment and you just, it naturally goes, right?
that's when you're usually.
And then,
drunk.
like, there's some moments where you're like, oh, shoot, I'm self-conscious.
Are you up for a challenge?
What kind of challenge, man?
All right. Here's the
Like,
challenge.
explain the challenge.
Here's the proposal.
Let's hear it.
All right. We don't know how many viewers we're gonna have,
Yeah,
right?
you don't know.
All right. So, anybody who watches this, if you're a lady, single lady,
Or a guy.
preferably,
Hey.
but you gotta be his type. You have to qualify as his type. No, let's do this challenge. Drop a comment, anonymous comment if you want it to be anonymous, and just tell us. Send him some positive vibes, right? Or if you're interested in maybe setting up a meet, we can do that. But let's see if we can get some feedback on Jason
Yes.
from the ladies.
And so
Oh, you try to record it
Or
like a date or
dudes, you
something like
never know
that?
what he like.
yeah, and whatever social media stream you see this on, comment.
We want to see
if
your
you're
comments
available.
below.
Yeah, let us know if you're available, if you're interested, if you're not interested, and why not.
We're trying to
You know
get
what I'm
him
saying?
in a relationship in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, real
Let him-
quick. He wants to
He-
get married like yesterday.
just a date. Not a relation. Not
necessarily
married under the church that
Yeah, I may have jumped the gun a little bit on the whole relationship. He just wants to get it wet, you know.
Oh, shit. That's what I'm saying. Pay for it.
Goodness gracious,
Nah,
guys.
but we
Oh,
appreciate you
man.
coming through, bro.
Yeah,
It's I don't even know how many times we done said that.
You said
A
that.
couple of
That-
times.
you know,
man.
it's but
I appreciate the love, guys.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
You're
man.
always welcome. Always welcome. We're gonna do a follow up too. See if you're gonna keep up with your goals. See if you one of these girls are watching. Maybe y'all go on a date. So we're definitely gonna follow up with you on that.
Yeah, man. And there's like a
in
lot of
7
stuff
months
that
we're gonna-
y'all can do that like corporate life does, right? Like one thing I'm doing is called individual development plan. So like you set goals where you want to be 6 months from now, where you want to be 12 months from now, 2 years, and what you're going to do, like the actions that you're going to take in order to achieve those goals.
I like that.
Yeah.
So the actions we would like
That's
you
a big
ladies to
thing
take
about everything.
is to type hashtag Jason's type. Hashtag Jason's type.
Weta.
That is
Hashtag Jason's
Weta.
type.
Goal.
that's gonna be
Girlfriend
And
action.
then tag us, Menso Squad.
Yeah,
Read comment.
yeah. That's gonna be the hashtag for this challenge.
There you
Well,
go.
cool, man. Well, this iPhone battery is about to die, so we gotta.
All right, Jason. Thank you so much for coming through the Menso Show,
Thank you
bro.
guys.
All right,
Man,
bro.
we
It's
appreciate you,
always-
dog. We'll see you next time.
always
Thank
a
you all.
pleasure.
Thank you to all the viewers, listeners, man. Thank you so much. We'll catch you on the next round.
Later.
Peace.
Squad out.